Good evening. This evening we shall talk about the bleaching epidemic. How many of us remember Burabanton's song? Them a bleach, fi look like a browning. French writer Jean-Baptiste Alphonso in 18... Good evening. This evening we shall talk about the bleaching epidemic. How many of us remember Burabanton's song? Them a bleach, fi look like a browning. French writer Jean-Baptiste Alphonso in 1845 said, "The more things change, the more they remain the same." A case in point, when I was a kid growing up in the country, bleaching was about using certain chemicals to make things clean and white, but never to make your skin light or white. The medical dictionary defines bleaching as the process of removing color or pigment from the skin by using various potentially harmful chemicals. Our society emphasizes on outward looks. Therefore, in an effort to challenge the so-called advantages of fairer-skinned people, some darker-skinned people usually bleach their complexions. According to the Atlanta Black Star magazine, former fashion model Halle Berry, the king of pop Michael Jackson, Diana Ross, the iconic singer, and many others have been accused of bleaching their skin. Furthermore, notorious dancehall artist Vybz Kartel once said, "I feel comfortable with black people bleaching their skin. They want to look different. It's tantamount to white people getting a suntan. This is sheer nonsense and insult to black people." So now bleaching has become an epidemic of massive proportion. What is even more troubling is the fact that the beauty seen in light-skinned people stems from slavery. You see, during the time of slavery, light-complexioned people were regarded as to be better than dark-skinned people. You weren't treated as another slave if you were the descendant of a wealthy, intelligent, and prosperous white person. Hermione Larson of the British Skin Foundation says, "Many bleaching creams contain illegal compounds that can damage your health. Most common compounds are high dose of steroids and toxic mercury. Skin bleaching can result in permanent skin damage, thinning of skin, and even color loss, redness, soreness, and intense irritation." Dr. Caroline Cooper, a professor of literary and cultural studies at the University of the West Indies, in the Jamaica Gleaner's article says, "Skin bleaching, a growing problem in Jamaica. If we really want to control the spread of the skin bleaching virus, we first have to admit that there is an epidemic of color prejudice in our society. Indeed, we are guilty of prejudice, such as saying, 'What a baby brown and pretty.'" Felicia James, a 20-year-old resident of Matthews Lane Ghetto, said skin bleaching just makes her feel special. "It's just the fashionable thing to do. After I bleach, I'm Chris. Plus, a lot of boys are doing it now." But this is Black History Month after all. We should be celebrating emancipation from slavery instead of busily trying to look like our former slave masters. In my judgment, I see bleaching as a destruction of one's true identity. It is a modern day slavery mentality. So after 178 years of the abolition of slavery, we're no longer under the white plantation system, but the plantation's mentality still lives in us. I am not amused by people parading themselves as bleachers. Have they no pride in their true identity? Have they no shame in their idiotic and imbecilic behavior? Why bleach to look like someone else at the expense of destroying yourself? Last month I was in Kingston and I was appalled by the bleachers of all ages masquerading their ill-gotten beauty. To them, it is cool. It is the in thing. I was hoping to see beauty from the beast, but I only saw the beast and no beauty. While beauty is in the eyes of the beholder, I am still yet to behold any beauty in the bleacher. I rather was left wondering from which planet are these people from. So instead of bleaching, why not go fishing, swimming, working, jogging, and no bleaching? This is Patroy Jones, and this is how I see it.